We know everyone about ISBN. ISBN actually International Standard Book Number. That means every book published by international publishers should carry an International Standard Book Number. It is actually a 10-character 4-part number as shown in the screen. First part represents the region, second part represents publisher, third part will denote the book, and the fourth part is the check digit. Here, how check digit is actually computed. At first, we need to multiply the first digit with 1, then second digit with 2, up to the 9 digit with 9. Then sum of those multiplication results into a variable named sum. After calculating the sum will be divided by 11 and the remainder will be the check digit. So our task is to write a program that reads a given ISBN number and checks whether it represents a valid ISBN or not. In the program, actually, we are using a scanf function for taking input, and to show output, we are using printf function. That's why we need to write this header file #include then stdi.h. Okay. For that reason, we are using include stdi.h. Now, it is our main portion. It is space main. So in that whole block, we will try to write whole of the program. We need to determine how many variables we need to declare and what are they and what type of variable we need. Here we see that already that our ISBN number is a string. For that reason, we are taking a character array. This is a character ISBN 20. The height length of the ISBN can be 20. Okay. Then we need to actually scan all of the character of the ISBN. That's why we need an integer variable I, which represents the position of ISBN. So why we need to scan all of the character digits of ISBN? After scanning all of the character, we can tell it is a valid format or invalid format. If it is a valid format, we print ISBN. If it is invalid format, we will print invalid format. If it is a invalid ISBN, we will print invalid ISBN. So there are actually 3 types of output will be there. Checking valid ISBN, we need to multiply all of the digits with its digits position. Okay, then summation of all of the multiplication result will store into some variable, and we will divide this sum with 11. If we get the remainder result as same as the value of 10th digit, that time we can say that this is valid ISBN. So that's why we need to convert all of the character digit into integer to perform the arithmetic calculation. So for that reason, declare a variable integer array variable digits 10. So 10 digits will be stored here. The first digit in 0 position, second digit in 1 position, and 10th digit into the 9th position of the digits array. So J is actually works for the position digits array, and the sum is also integer variable. Here we see that actually it can be an invalid format. When it can be invalid format? If we see that there is actually less than 10 digits, and at a time, if in position 1, position 4, and position 11 of ISBN, there is any other character rather than dash, that time we can say that that is an invalid format of the ISBN. For that reason, initially we declared a bool type variable format. Initially, we consider that initially our format is true. Okay. Now, the initial position of ISBN, initial position of digits, and initial value of sum will be 0. That's why we write I is equal to 0, Z is equal to 0, sum is equal to 0. Okay. The scanning process will start from 0. That's why we write I is equal to 0, Z is equal to 0. And initial sum will be also 0. That's why we'll write sum is equal to 0. Okay. Now, come to the input portion, sample input. We see that we will take input for the first test case, and after taking input, we will get the output. Then we will take another input. So we are actually working on multiple input at a time. That's why we write while in the bracket a scanf %s, since it is a string type, since it is a character array. So %s, comma, ISBN equal to 1. Okay, clear? This is the format for handling multiple input. So within this loop, our first task is to scan the ISBN array. So ISBN array started from 0. We already know about that. But when we can say that this is the end of the ISBN array. So in the string, actually, the last position of the string is a null value. So when we will get a null value in ith position, that time we can say that this is the end of the string. That's why we write while ISBN I not equal to null, \0. This is \0 within a single character. So within a single character, if I write it represents actually null character. So until we null character found in our position, the whole scan process will go on. Okay. So initially our text will be if it is a valid format or not. So when it is invalid format, if we get any other character rather than dash in the position of 1, position of 4, and position of 11 of ISBN. So we write if ISBN 1 not equal to dash, or if ISBN 4 not equal to dash, or ISBN 11 not equal to dash. That time we just change this value from true to false. Then we write the bracket statement. It means when the compiler gets the bracket statement, it will be out of this while loop. Okay? The rest of the code will not be executed further for the sample. If it is valid format, that time it will skip the first if condition. It will go through the second if condition. So now, if it is a valid format, we need to convert each of the character digit into integer digit. So how we can do that? If we subtract the character 0 from a character digit, that time it will convert it into the integer digit. Okay. Suppose if we subtract character 0 from character 9, the answer will be integer 9. Okay. So now here we need to check that in the ith position of the ISBN array, is it a digit or not? At first we need to check it. So for that reason, we use isDigit function, and this isDigit function belongs to ctype.h library. That's why we should include hash ctype.h for that isDigit library function. So here isDigit, we write ISBN I. So in the ith position of ISBN, is it digit or not? If it is a digit, then conversion process will start. So after converting character array, after converting the character digit, into integer digit, we need to store the integer value into an integer array named digits. Okay, we store the value at jth position of the digits. Okay, at the jth position of the digits. That's why we write digits j is equal to ISBN I minus character 0. Okay, ISBN I actually a character digit here. Here, after checking this condition, ISBN I actually character digit, and if we subtract character 0, we'll get an integer digit, and we will store the integer digit into the position of the digits. Okay, after that, we need to actually move forward. Okay, we will store first digit into the position of the digits, second value in the one position of the digit, third value in the tooth position of the digit, and so on. So that's why we need to increment the value of j. Initially the value of j is 0, then it will increment j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, and so on. So after that, we need to actually increment the value of I as well. Okay, because we need to scan all of the ISBN character. That's why we need to move forward. I plus plus. Okay, so here is actually we're converting all of the character digit into integer digit, save it into digits array, integer digits array. And we are checking also, is it a valid format or not. If it is not a valid format, we just set the value false, to variable format. Okay, so after checking all of those and converting character digits into integer digits, we need to move the second portion of the program. The second portion, in the second portion, we will print, if it is a invalid format, we will print invalid format, and we will exit from the program. Otherwise, if it is a valid format, that time we have to check, is it a valid ISBN or it is an invalid ISBN. If it is a valid ISBN, that time we need to calculate, we need to print valid ISBN. If it is not a valid ISBN, we need to print invalid ISBN. Okay, that's pretty clear. So when it will invalid format, if the below format is equal to false, as well as if there is less than 10 digits, okay, in the ISBN. For that reason, we write if j is not equal to 10 or format equal to false, that time it will print invalid format. Okay, so if it is printing invalid format, that time the else portion will not ready for the execution. It will just come here and end of the program here. But when it is a valid format, that time this portion will be executed. If it is a valid format, we actually need to scan all of the digits from 0th position to 8th position. We just calculate the multiplication here. When I is equal to 0, this is the first digit. That's why I plus 1. I plus 1. If I is equal to 0, this is the first 0 plus 1, first digit. Into digits 0. Okay, multiply first digit with 1. Multiply second digit. Second digit means while I equal to 1, the value of I plus 1 will be 2, second digit. Okay, so the second digits will multiply by 2. Third digit will multiply by 3. Okay, so we write an I plus 1 into digits I. Then we add the value with sum. So initially our value sum is equal to 0. Then after calculating of multiplication with the first digit with 1, it will sum of with 0 at first. Then it will store the value sum here. Okay, so some value will be updated 10 times, and we will get the final result when I is equal to 8. We'll get the final sum here. After calculating whole of the sum, divide by 11 and get the remainder result. If the result is equal to the digits 9, that time we can say that this is a valid ISBN. Okay, otherwise we just print invalid ISBN. I think you understand well how to write a program from problem description and based on the sample input and sample output. Okay, so initially we have to declare a variable portion to take input. After taking input, we just need to write the whole process based on the sample input, sample output, and problem description. So that's it. So that's it for now. If you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel. And if you find it helpful, share with your friends and family.